Okay, so now we're going to look at number 16 of your five-finger patterns. This one introduces Roman numerals, which are just the type and number of scale degree. So quality of scale degree and actual scale degree that the chords are built off of. So, for example, we have at the very beginning a 1 chord. So you know that in the key of C major, it's the first chord because it's built off of C. And then if you went to a 4 chord, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a triad built off of the 4 chord. And so that's what that second one is. Then you go back to 1. Then you have your 5, 7, which means that this is a 5 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, built on G, but it's a 7 chord, which is why it's called a 5, 7. And we just revoiced it, but it's still utilizing the same notes. So, let's look. We have to be careful with this one because of the key signatures. We're operating a little bit outside of our 5-finger pattern for the 4 chord or the 5, 7. So you need to make sure that you know the key signature for more than just the 5 notes, but the entire scale. So let's start with C major because that one's easy. We know that no matter what, there are no sharps or flats. So we just need to make sure that we've got the 4 chord and the 5, 7 chord good to go. So I'm going to put my hands in C position, which you should already know how to find. And let's do it. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 4, 1, 5, 7, 1. So if you notice what fingers I use to play those chords. So obviously for the 1 chord, I use 1, 3, 5. For the 4 chord, I keep my bottom note and I just move the 2 middle fingers that I played with, so 3 and 5 or 1 and 3, and I move them up there. And then for the 5, 7 chord, going from the 1 chord, I just keep the top 2. And then I have to add my thumb, but my thumb is 1 step lower than it was existing, so it's down there. So those are the fingers that I use to play those chords. So let's look at D now. So I'll go up from C, up 1 to D. So I know that D major has an F sharp and a C sharp in the key signature. So I know that when I play my 5, 7 chord, that is where I'm going to have to play that C sharp instead of the C natural. Okay, let's give this one a try. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 4, 1, 5, 7, 1. Okay, so that was one of those special ones where we needed to know the key signature for the entire key in order to know that I don't reach down to a C for my 5, 7, but I instead reach to the C sharp. Okay, now we're going to do E major. So we're going to move up once again, and this one is adding sharps. I know for E major I have an F sharp, a G sharp, a C sharp, and a D sharp. So I have to keep that in mind and know that when I move my fingers to those new positions, what's it going to look like? So I know that it will affect my 4 chord, and then I know that it's also going to affect my 5, 7 chord. So keep that in mind as you play this one. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 4, 1, 5, 7, 1. Okay, now we're moving to F. Luckily, I am just moving up 1 on the keyboard. I only have to look after the B flat, which I'm playing with my 4 finger or my 2 finger. And I'm trying to think about, as I go forward in my 4 chord, do I have to utilize anything? Well, I'm still gonna have the B flat for that one. And then my 5/7, I still have the B flat, but I don't have to worry about anything down here. E natural works just fine. So let's give that one a try now. 1, 2, ready, go. 4, 1, 5, 7, 1. Okay, 2 left. So now I'm gonna look at G major. So move up 1 more. G major has 1 sharp in the key signature, and that sharp is F sharp. So if I look at my scale right now, that is 1 half step below my lowest note. So I know that that's going to be used in the 5/7 chord only. So I just have to remember to reach down to that when I get there. Let's give this one a try. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 4, 1, 5, 7, 1. Okay, last one is A major. I'm actually gonna move down here because I have more room on the keyboard. And this one, A major has a C sharp, a G sharp, and an F sharp. So that is going to affect every single one of my chords. So my 1 chord will have the C sharp. My 4 chord, I need to reach up and make sure I have the F sharp. And then for my 5/7 chord, I need to remember I have the G sharp. So luckily, if you guys don't know the key signature, you can always look that up and you can make notes so that you know while you're playing what sharps or flats you'll have to pay attention to. Also use your ear to help you because you will hear if it does not sound good. For example, that's minor. This chord is supposed to be major because the Roman numeral is written as a capital, uppercase. So if you play this, you're like, oh, that sounds minor, that's wrong. So you need to make sure that you make it major. Same with your 5/7. This sounds like a cool chord, but it's not got that same 5/7 quality that this has to it. So use your ear to help you if you're nervous at all about what the key signature is. So let's finish up with A. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 4, 1, 5, 7, 1. Okay, I hope that helps.